you've mentioned the Champions League a couple of times already in the last few minutes, and I just wondered what you thought of the proposal by UEFA that your game against Madrid may have to be played in Portugal.
We would love to play here, but we will play like UEFA decides to play.
It does feel every time you play in the Champions League over the last few years that fate turns against you. So against Monaco, against Liverpool, against Spurs. Do you think it's another one of those?
We have an incredible. We have a but it's the past. Don't let me talk, please. So this club is fantastic, and we learn to accept our defeat. It's part of the life, part of the football. Sometimes it's what it is. So learn from this. Maybe one day we were lucky. I know exactly what happened all the time in the last years in the Champions League, when it's a competition that the details make the difference in this level. And I know what happened. It always will be in my memories. But we are incredibly excited to play against Madrid, to try to, the king of this competition, to try to face in the second leg. We would love to play here. Of course, with our fans in our city and feel close our people. But we will decide, we will go where UEFA decide have to go to Porto or Portugal to play there. We'll go there.
Thank you.
Okay, we next have Adam Lan again. Adam?
Yeah, hi Pep.
Hi.
We know Kevin's qualities, as a player, his goals, his assists, but can you talk about his sort of growing leadership qualities? Obviously captain tonight. And what you see of him as a leader.
For the role he takes in the locker room and they take a responsibility on the pitch. But it's a question for him. So one is captain when you want to be captain. One is captain when he want to help, when he want to be part and put the club and the team, especially the team, in front of himself. And when that's happened, it depends on them. So the personality. So it's simple as that.
But do you see a sort of a increased maturity in him as a person, as a player?
For sure. So not even myself, I'm the same person like when I was 25. So I've changed in many things. So Kevin, for sure. So when I start with 21, 22, now it's different. And all of us, we like the players that we have.
Pep, yeah, well done tonight, by the way. Great.
You didn't expect it, huh?
No, I had my fingers crossed, but I don't know. I expected it quite so emphatically, but yeah, great.
Honestly, I didn't expect it too.
Of course you did. Yeah, going back to the point that Simon made in a way, with the Champions League, we know you've got a lot to play for this season, but I'm sure you're also already planning for next season as well. So how important is it that events off the pitch go your way as well as on it? In terms of attracting players and plans that you want to make for them, over the next couple of weeks with things.
About the sentence, the cast?
Yeah,
we're waiting. Yeah, I have a lot of confidence and trust with the people, and that we will be allowed to play the Champions League because we want on the field during these years to be there. So, but on 13th of July we'll know the resolution, and hopefully for the club, for all the workers and the players and everyone are here, staff, to try to to continue grow up as a club in the next years.
Okay, thanks, Phil. John Northcroft, can you hear us now?
Can hear you, yes, Simon. Hi. Hi, Pep. Just another question about this year's Champions League. You know how difficult it is going to be to win it. Was the level of performance that you had tonight the kind of level that you will need, and will you be able to use this with the players to sort of show this game as an example of
every game? Jonathan, every game is different than the other one. But I cannot deny that beat the Liverpool the way we beat it. They give us football is feelings, is moments, is sometimes your mood is up, sometimes it's down, and you face this game to say we beat maybe the best team in the world right now, and we can do it. So, but every game will be different because Arsenal play a different way and Madrid play a different way. We have to adjust the qualities. What I want is to arrive in the best conditions as possible in these games and have to put mentality on the pitch. So these games, no win tactics, no with the ideas. It's desire, it's passion, it's we want to do it. And when one team want to do it, okay, can be beaten, but will not be easy for the opponent. And that we have to try to arrive in that in that period.
Okay, last couple of questions. Steve Bates and then Russell Stoddart. Steve?
Yeah, hi Pep, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pep, obviously you're missing Aguero when you go back into the Champions League again. Gabriel Jesus has been a player that has been at the club now 2 or 3 years. We know how talented he is. But is it unfair to compare him to Aguero and expect him to deliver the kind of consistency that Sergio has given you for so many years?
No one can compare with Sergio what he has done in his career. First, because he's older than Gabriel. Gabriel give us something like it's perfect for me, for us, because they are complementary. What one guy has, the other one maybe struggle, and one has one and the other one struggle. And Gabriel has something like is unique in the world. He helps us to be more aggressive, to be, and he's a fighter and help us. And how I remember how many goals we have scored the last 3 or 4 or 5 games thanks to him. So Gabriel is something special for us. It's something special, and but it's unfair for every of us. Compare me as a manager and the other one, and compare players. Every player is different, and we have to do is adapt his qualities for the benefit for him and for the team.
Russell?
Hi, Pep.
Hi.
Hi. They're coming back from the lockdown and playing behind closed doors is something obviously new for all teams and all players and managers. Have you learned something from your players? Have you learned something new from your players by how they've reacted to these circumstances, bearing in mind that you've come back and you've done so well, whereas a lot of teams have struggled when they've come back?
Yeah, I don't have complaints. We prepare after the lockdown, not much. We didn't work much. What we didn't want is get injured. So we train 1 session a day, and try to handle how they can, because it was new for all of us. We didn't know what was our reaction after a long time being in the sofa playing a PlayStation. So I didn't know how they react. But the reaction for the team, the moment we started training, when I saw it in the games, I never had doubts about the desire and the willing, because we have shown a lot of times during the last years, many times, and winning a lot of things, being in a good moments, but moments incredible, strong. And that's why I didn't have any doubts about that we will be the same team that we were in the last years.
We have one more question from Natalie. Natalie.
Yes. Hi, Pep.
Hi.
Hi. You always talk about how motivated and how hungry this team has been under you. You won the Premier League twice, and this season Liverpool won, but you had brilliant displays like this evening. So is there a limit, from your experience as a manager, is there a limit of how much a team can get to this very high point? And do you see City very far from this limit?
The reality in the Premier League, we are not as good. We were the previous 2 seasons. We were better right now than 80 teams, but not better than one that destroy the competition. What we destroyed the last 2 seasons, and when that happens, you have to learn. So watching a little bit what Liverpool has done, that is quite similar what we have done in the previous season, and recover our consistency that we missed this season. So, but will be in the future. The president is now recovered 3 days and prepare arrive at Wembley again in semi-finals to play the FA Cup to retain the title. And I know how difficult it will be in Arsenal because I know perfectly Mikel, and Mikel is changing the club, the mentality. I know the commitment he will get for all the club, not just the players. I know it. So Arsenal will get him better if the owners trust him. I know it. They trust him, but will be. And especially Madrid, and just in case we get the final of the FA Cup and Madrid. So now it's that the next season will be next season. We have time to think about it, to do it. But it's important for us when you win this kind of opponents like Liverpool, the best team in England, do it in that way, give us a message for ourselves to say, okay, we can do it. We can come back what we were. But even when we lost in Anfield, we play in the quite similar like today in terms of personality. So always I admire the way we played with incredible courage, knowing the quality of the opponent, but not being scared and do it. And that's why today I said to them, so we have to play. So they are incredible team, fantastic team, maybe the best team in the world right now. But we have to show for ourselves, to play what we think the best way to play, and we did it, and that's why we are incredibly satisfied for the victory.
Anyone can pursue their dream and carve out the life that they want.